Whoa, excuse us. Oh.
Did you ever notice how some days when you wake up, the whole world looks gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Like today. Is this the most incredible day you've ever seen?
Every day is incredible since we've been back together.
Charlie, we're so lucky.
I know. All right. What time did you tell Miss Carlisle we're going to be at the hospital, huh?
In about 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yes.
No problem.
Charlie, you don't mind going with me, do you? Charlie. Charlie.
What? Me? Hospitals? I love hospitals. I'm crazy about hospitals. Come on, let's go.
Oh,
excuse me,
I'm sorry.
Cecily.
I didn't see you. I wasn't looking. I'm sorry.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Yes.
Whoa, you're not all right. Hey, can I help?
No.
Cecily, look, yesterday I found you passed out because you didn't have enough to eat. Today you're crying. Now, don't you think maybe you should talk about it?
It's nothing. I just got a little dizzy. That's all.
That's what you said yesterday.
Well, I've told you it's nothing, all right?
Cecily, look at me. Are you pregnant?
Something that will try to intimidate the hell out of you, so just be cool. Consider their questions as long as you want, and then keep your answers brief and to the point.
Is that it?
That's it. Got any more coffee?
Yeah, here.
Wonder how Erica's breakfast is going along.
I'm sure that Erica's got the senator's wives eating out of her hand. You don't have to worry about her.
What about you? You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine as soon as this damn hearing's over.
Yeah, we all will be. Well, look, I gotta go. I got a meeting on the Hill. Good luck, huh?
Thank you.
Morning. How you doing?
Fine. Jackson, you through? You finished testifying already?
All done.
Perfect. Well, you forget the coffee. How did it go, Jackson? What's the story? I mean, am I going to get through this mess that you got me into or not?
Are you sure you want to do this?
Oh, yes. This is war, my dear. C'est la guerre and all that.
Well, to be perfectly honest, stealing Brooke's idea is just not the way I'd like to.
Well, let's get one thing straight. I didn't steal anything from Brooke. The idea for an interview with Natalie I had long ago during the trial, and this time we're going to do it right. Honestly, with no sob-sister stuff. And this time it's going to fall solidly in Ross's favor.
And he admitted that he raped her.
I know Ross. And I know Natalie. And I know whatever happened that night, it wasn't all Ross's fault, and he sure as hell didn't deserve a 5-year prison sentence. What, you don't agree with that? Something wrong?
I'm just wondering how much head-to-head competition your marriage can stand. What was that about our marriage?
Big, juicy blueberries bursting as they bake.
I want some answers, Jackson. Hello?
Oh, darling, great. I wanted to catch you before the hearings.
Erica, where are you?
I'm still at the breakfast. Oh, darling, you know how I thought I liked to talk, but these senators' wives, they just put me to shame. However, they adore me.
Well, that's not surprising.
No, seriously, they want my advice on everything under the sun.
I'm glad that one of us is riding so high.
Darling, don't be silly. You are going to dazzle them at the hearings.
Yeah, I appreciate your confidence, Emmy. Thanks.
Honestly, trust me, we're going to get through this. I mean, the worst is over.
Look, Erica, Jackson is here. I've got some things I need to discuss with him. Why don't I talk to you later?
Okay, I love you.
I love you, too. Bye-bye. All right, Jackson, I want to know what questions they asked you and what you told them.
What do you think they asked me, Travis? They asked me if Chandler's charges were true.
Yes? And what did you say?
I said no. And then I did a little tap dance, told him I'd check the files, and if there was anything pertinent there, I'd get it to the committee post-haste.
You really are incredible, aren't you? There you are, testifying before the Senate, under oath, and that doesn't faze you in the least.
I'm incredible. Travis, I can't believe how naive you are. Why don't you come down out of the clouds, join the rest of us here, see how life is really lived. If you think the men on that committee are dealing off the top of the deck, you had better think again. Washington's a tough old town, Travis. Here they line up to cut your throat. I'll see you later. Senator.
Boy, Mr. Montgomery.
Nice to see you.
Well, this is an honor. What do I owe this honor to?
I just thought you might like some company on your way up to the hill.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Well, there's nothing to worry about, Travis. We all just want to lay our cards on the table, so to speak. Make sure we all understand each other.
Hello, darling. Pay no attention to Barbara.
Why, thank you, Adam.
No offense. She's concerned about our working for rival publications, the tensions it may cause.
She has a point.
Speak for yourself, Mr. Chandler. Whatever the differences we have in business, my love for you will remain a constant flame.
Mm-hmm. You sure about that?
I'm positive. We just have to confine our competition to business.
Gee, he almost sounds like he means it.
I do.
Listen, Barbara, I appreciate your concern about my marriage, but I'm surprised you have time to think about such things now you're so busy running Tempo. Anyway, I have to run. Mwah.
Where are you going?
Oh, I can't tell, but it's a very hot exclusive.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed to put a dent in Tempo circulation, so you better get busy.
That is one very confident woman.
Oh, yes, very confident. But I think even Brooke may be a little shaken up. But she finds out that I've got Natalie's story for Tempo.
Adam, I hate to burst your bubble, but I just cannot imagine Natalie going for this. She knows you are the owner of Tempo.
Yeah, which is why we need a middleman.
A freelancer. Someone that Natalie might trust. I've got just the man.
Okay, close. We'll see you Friday. Bye. Oh, hi.
Hi. Sorry. Listen, I know I should have called first, but do you have anybody who can help me do something with my hair?
Calm down. Yeah, Cindy. Cindy's here, I think. Cindy, would you help me and comb out Mrs. Hunter's hair?
Sure. How are you doing? I'm a little frantic, actually. I've been trying to find jobs.
Oh, well, here's some towels. See what we can do.
Thanks.
What do you want?
I don't know. Something to keep it off the face.
Okay, well, I'll have a few ideas.
Oh, you are a godsend, Cindy.
How's your little boy?
Oh, he's wonderful. Thank you for asking. Although he gets bigger by every minute.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Sometimes I hardly recognize my little boy.
Did you see this? It says by the end of 1991, 179,000 people will have died from AIDS.
Well, if you ask me, most of those people have gotten just what they deserve.
I agree. The wages of sin.
The ones I feel sorry for are the innocent victims. Oh, like the babies whose parents were on drugs or the ones who got it from blood transfusions.
Well, I think our government should do something about it. Like quarantine all AIDS victims. I don't know how else to stop it.
Unless it's already too late, Harriet. But it would have been a good idea.
Can you excuse me just 1 minute?
What's going on here?
Am I dry already?
I would appreciate it if you two would stop talking about something you know nothing about.
What did she say?
You can't talk to us that way.
For your information, no one deserves to get AIDS any more than they deserve to get cancer or any other disease. The only people who deserve to be quarantined are people like you.
My head hurts. Mom can fix that.
You're big enough for junior strength Tyler.
Well. Don't just sit there spreading false information. I mean, you can't quarantine people with AIDS, for heaven's sakes. That's not going to do anybody any good.
Well, in my day, they quarantined people with measles. Why not AIDS?
You tell her, Gertrude.
You cannot get AIDS from casual contact. That's been proven.
Not to me, it hasn't.
Well, then you're ignorant.
Oh, what are you...
Ladies, please, what's going on now?
Cindy's right. I'm a nurse.
Oh, I wouldn't believe one word you said. Everybody knows you have the morals of an alley cat.
Oh. Why don't we all just simmer down, okay?
I'm not listening to the likes of her. You come in, Gertrude.
Well, we will settle up with you another time.
Well, yeah,
Sago.
please. Sure.
I'm sorry, Donna. I didn't mean...
No. It's okay. It's okay. You all right?
Yeah, I don't know what made me blow up like that.
Well, how'd you get into all this?
Well, they were just saying that we should get rid of all people with AIDS, and I have a friend who just died of AIDS.
Oh, Cindy, I'm sorry. Hey, you just look bushed. Why don't you go take a break, huh?
I think that's a very good idea.
Thank you.
You didn't, let him get to you, did you?
Oh, after what I've been through, what's a little name calling?
Thanks for saying what you did.
Don't let people like that get to you, Cindy.
Could I just go home?
You really are upset, aren't you? Oh, yeah, we're not real busy. I'll take over with Natalie. You go on home.
Thank you.
You must think that I am a complete jerk.
Well, it's obvious you love the guy. I'm just sorry you got hurt.
It's my own fault. Everyone told me to give up on him, but he seemed to care about me, you know?
I'm sure he did. He probably still does, but
he's in love with Julie. And if I get pregnant because of this one...
Cecily, the important thing for you to do right now is to go to a doctor. Now, if your suspicions are confirmed, then at least you know about your dizzy spells, your loss of appetite.
Yeah, but what am I going to do then?
One thing at a time. Now, make an appointment with the doctor. I'll help you, but I want you to try not to panic.
Thank you very much. You have been so nice. And thanks for not thinking that I'm a terrible person.
Hey, these things do happen. If you want, I'll go with you to the doctor. Or if you prefer to go with the woman, I understand.
No, I would much rather that no one else knew.
Well, what about someone like Brooke? I'm sure you could trust
Let
her.
me think about it, okay?
All right. You should see someone soon. And Cecily, I think you should prepare yourself to tell Charlie.
No, I can't do that. See, he and Julie just got back together, and he would really hate me then.
We didn't wake you, did we?
No. I was just resting.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thank you.
Can I get you anything?
No. Seeing you like this, happy, that's all I need. I hope you can put the last few months behind you. Forget Creed in New York City, and I'm sure Charlie will help.
I'm gonna do my best.
Would you mind if I spoke to Julie for a few minutes alone?
Oh, sure. I'll wait outside.
Thanks. I like him so much.
Me too.
So, what did you want to talk to me about?
Don't get mad. But Ellen told me that she spoke to you about Mark, and I wanted to explain.
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't have to.
It matters to me. I don't think you're being quite fair, sweetheart. Mark did not know that you were his daughter. I hadn't planned to tell him.
Then why did you?
I don't know. I was taking a lot of flack from Ellen and Myrtle. From him, too. I suppose in some part of me, I wanted him to know. He was my music teacher at a summer college program. It was the first time I'd been away from home. I fell head over heels in love.
Did he love you?
I thought that he did. But
He was very honest with me. He made it perfectly clear that he was not ready to settle down. I wanted to be with him so much that I convinced him that I felt the same way. And then I got pregnant. And I couldn't tell him.
I'm sorry, but I just don't see it. I just don't.
What?
Why you and my mom would...
It's all right. I know you think of Ellen as your mother, too.
Mark Dalton is just such a loser. I don't think I can ever accept him as my father.
Well, why don't you start by trying to accept him as a friend?
Because I can't. Look, he might have been different when you met him. But when I met him, he was on drugs. He was doing everything he could to break up my mom and my dad's marriage.
Julie, sweetheart, everybody makes mistakes. I've made mistakes. Ellen has made mistakes. Ross. There are very few of us who get through life without messing things up some of the time.
I know.
Sweetheart, I think you're judging people too harshly. You are a wonderful, sweet person. But I'm sure that you've hurt people too. Maybe it was unintentional, but nevertheless. What I'm trying to say is that it is just as important to forgive as it is to be forgiven.
I know. I know that. Look, I don't want to keep Charlie waiting.
I understand. Thank you for coming to see me.
But I'm so glad you're feeling better. Bye.
Bye, sweetheart.
All done?
Yeah, listen. Can I meet you at the university? There's something I really have to do.
Sure, but I thought
Well, it's Charlie, it's so important.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
This is no ordinary baby oil. It's Baby Magic Rich and Creamy Baby Oil. It doesn't look...
Oh, yes, the perks of being married to a man of wealth.
Hot coffee?
I was talking about the service, Jack. I do miss it.
Yeah, so do I. Why don't you pour me a cup of that, Barbara? Black's all right. Thank you, honey. Now, maybe you'd like to tell me the real reason you met my plane.
I told you before. I was anxious to hear about how things went in Washington. I mean, after all, it's not every day that you know somebody that has to testify before the Senate Ethics Committee.
So I guess you'll be meeting Travis's plane as well.
Very funny. No, of course I won't be.
Well, it's his appearance that's the real test, after all.
Yes, I know. Jack, don't get me wrong. I feel for the man. Well, I've got my own career at Tempo to be thinking about now.
I see. Well, now that we're all cozy over a cup of coffee, maybe you tell me where I fit in.
Jack, I need you. I need you to get an interview with Natalie Hunter.
For Tempo?
Yes, of course for Tempo. You can't let her know that you're representing Tempo.
No,
because, I mean, with Brooke gone, she wouldn't knowingly give it to us.
No. So you want me to tie her up and drop some legal papers?
And convince her to sign them,
Convince her to sign them?
Yes.
Do I smell an Adam Chandler hack job? Why, I know that smell. That's what it is. He's going to write the story himself, isn't he?
It's no concern to you.
No.
And obviously, you're to allay Natalie's concerns on that score, too.
In other words, I'm to lie to her.
But you do it so well, Jack.
I'll consider it.
Well, consider this. If the investigation into Travis's campaign funds continue, you're going to have some mighty heavy-duty legal fees to attend to. If you pull this one off, Jack, I'll make sure that you're very well paid.
How well is very well.
I guarantee you'll be happy. Jack, here's her address. Just turn on the Montgomery charm.
Is this a bad time?
No, Timothy is awake, but he seems to be content to stay in his room. Would you like a seat?
Thank you.
So, what's this all about?
Well, I don't know if you've heard. I've left Temple Magazine, and I'm a contributing editor now for Trend, which is why I'm here. Natalie, I would very much like to write your story.
No, Brooke, I'm not giving interviews. I'm sorry. I have no desire to rehash the gory details. I would simply like to have my privacy.
I understand that, but what
Brooke, not an hour ago, 2 women in a beauty parlor treated me like I was a tramp. I don't need that.
I know you don't. Would you please just hear me out? I think acquaintance rape is something that needs to be talked about. I think there are a lot of women who are so ashamed when it happens to them. Certainly too ashamed to press charges against the men, and you could help that.
I have done all that I can. You have no idea how many people have come here and asked me to do this, TV, magazines, and I could use the money. Believe me, I could. However, I refuse to be known for the rest of my life as the woman who was raped by Ross Chandler.
I wish I could change your mind, because it's an important story, and I am being so persistent because I mean that.
Important because it sells magazines?
No, important because it would inform and help people. Natalie, not many people know this. I was raped myself a few years ago.
You?
It was someone I knew, someone who I had dated, and I never reported it, and I have regretted it ever since.
I'm sorry.
Natalie, I want to write this because I want to get the victim's side of the story across. I want to tell people how the victim is so afraid even to report this crime. I want future victims to know that there is some place that they can go, that people will understand and support them, and that they will help put the rapist behind bars. Look, I want you to know whatever your decision is, I have the greatest respect for you and what you did in that courtroom.
Thank you. Brooke, I don't think that I will change my mind, but I will certainly think about what you've said.
That's all I ask. I'll be in touch, and I appreciate your talking to me.
Goodbye, Brooke.
It's me, Natalie. Julie Chandler.
We're about to shoot holes in the theory that Swiss cheese is only for sandwiches. Don't forget the cheese.
I have my own place, but I still love Mama's cooking.
Mama Leone's Pasta Supreme.
May I come in for a minute?
Yes, of course.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Fine. Natalie, I have to tell you something. I was the one that you heard that night at Cortland Manor.
Yes. I thought it might have been you.
I'm sorry I ran away. I wish I had done something to help you.
Yeah, so do I.
I didn't come here expecting your forgiveness. I was just hoping that there maybe was something I could do to make it up.
Julia, I understand how difficult it must have been for you, to see your father, but I cannot help thinking that things would not have gone as far as they did if you had made your presence known.
I've thought the same thing. It's just, I don't even know how to explain it. At that moment, I had to get away from everyone, everything. But when I found out about the trial, I should have at least come forward then.
Well, from what I've heard, you've had some pretty traumatic experiences yourself. I'm glad you're home now.
You're being very forgiving, and I don't deserve that.
Julie, to be perfectly honest, I didn't handle things much better than you did. I ran away at first because I didn't want to face what happened. I went up to my mother's in Canada.
I didn't know.
But if I had gone to the police right away, I might not have had such a difficult time proving my charges. It was a very painful way to learn an old lesson. And that is that running away usually makes things worse. I'd hope that you've learned something, too. We cannot remain silent when we see someone being attacked or victimized. And in future, I think you'd act differently.
I hope so.
I appreciate your coming by, Julie. I know it wasn't easy.
Bye, Natalie.
Bye, Julie.
Barry, you've been awfully quiet this morning.
Don't encourage him. We usually can't get him to shut up.
You're funny, Meg.
Oh, what's the matter? Can't you take a joke anymore?
I'm dying. It's no joke.
Sorry. I don't know how else to deal with it.
I know what you mean. See, I walk around knowing I have this incurable disease. I don't feel any different. I keep thinking, maybe it's all a big mistake. Maybe they got my blood test mixed up with somebody else's. Maybe...
When you start feeling sick, you'll believe it.
What's happening, Barry? Are you feeling worse?
I can hardly make it up the steps to my apartment. I had to quit my job, which means my health coverage is kaput. I haven't got a lot of money saved, and I'm dying. Other than that, everything's just ducky.
You told your family you have AIDS?
I can't.
It might surprise you.
Yeah, right.
You're really angry today.
Damn it, I worked hard. I made monthly payments into a medical plan. Now that I'm sick, it's like nobody cares. I can't work, so I'm not covered by my health plan.
We all know other people who've had similar experience.
Truth.
That's why there's a committee set up specifically for that purpose. To help you find out what your rights are, what other services may be available to you. If you like, I'll help you look into it.
Thanks.
Important thing is not to throw in the towel. Take things just one step at a time.
Oh, that's easier said than done. I mean, it's hard to think rationally when you don't know how much time you've got left. The disease is enough to deal with, and then there's all that other stuff to take care of.
I got 3 kids. 3. What do I do? I can't prepare them for what's going to happen. I've got no other family. They're going to give my kids away when I die. Who's going to get my kids? Who's going to love my babies? They're mine.
Where's Christopher? Anybody seen him lately?
I ran into Don over the weekend. He said Chris is back in the hospital.
Oh, hello, my darling. Mwah.
You're back early.
Well, some days things go a little smoother than others, like today.
Well, good, because I've had a very productive morning.
Listen, I was wondering, what would you think if I turned the upstairs parlor into my office?
Fine with me.
Oh, good, because there's already a phone up there, and I'm going to be working at home, so...
Good. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, how are things at Temple?
Always struggling along. Any good stories you'd like to share with me?
No. You'll just have to get your own.
You are not going to believe...
Oh, Barbara. I thought you would have been at the office by now.
What's wrong?
Why don't you ask the little woman?
What?
Brooke has stolen Terry Grazzo's from us, Adam. She practically ran Tempo single-handedly. Oh, Barbara, you're understating.
Am I? Brooke, you know as well as I do that she is the only person that knows everything that's going on. Production schedules, writers' deadlines, editors' strengths and weaknesses.
Well, I can't help it if Terry prefers working with me.
What'd you offer her?
Well, obviously enough to get her.
You know, I think it's a real cheap trick. Your quitting is one thing, but I never thought you'd raid the staff.
Well, I guess you underestimated me, didn't you?
My name is Bond.
You think this is funny?
Oh, no. Brooke is entitled to work with the best people she can find, and Terry wants to work for her. That's her right.
Thank you.
I would have expected a little support from you, Adam.
And you've got it. If Terry is that valuable, offer her more money.
It won't work, but you're certainly welcome to try.
Or get somebody else. She can't be the only person around. Go to some other good company and steal one of their people.
I'll do something. Don't you worry.
Brooke, that wasn't nice.
Which is probably why you liked it.
Where are you going? You've been in and out of here all morning.
I have to go and look at some computers and some printers. Listen, do you think you could get away for a romantic lunch?
Oh, I'd love to, my darling, but unfortunately I'll be here interviewing job applicants.
Aw. Well, gee, don't say I didn't try. Bye-bye. Oh, hi, Sky.
She was in a hurry.
Why aren't you at work?
Because I want to know how it went with Cindy. What did you tell her?
Oh, Sky,
You didn't go see her, did you?
I haven't had time. Don't you realize that woman Brooke is trying to destroy this magazine? She's just hired away one of our best employees.
Terry, I heard.
Well, then you should understand. I'm trying to salvage the magazine.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I really am. The time is running out for us. Do you realize that today is the day Stuart and Cindy are coming over to my place for lunch? And if you don't speak to her soon, I may have to go through with it.
I'll take care of it.
When?
Oh, now. Is that soon enough for you?
Anyway, that pretty much sums it up. First, we go out and find a good writer, and then we go out and find some good money. And if there's interest in the magazine article, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a book to follow. Of course, I'd want the exclusive rights to that. So, what do you think?
I think I never would have let you in the door if you weren't Travis Montgomery's brother.
I guess my innate charms aren't working.
I'm afraid not. Although I should be used to people like you, they've been besieging me. They're all very eager to capitalize on my sufferings.
Look, Natalie, I want to be straight with you on this thing. I'm not in this to lose money, but at the same time, I'm not one to try to make money over other people's misfortunes. Look, even though Ross Chandler was found guilty, I still think you got a bum deal. And if there's any way I can, I'd like to correct that.
It's a little late.
Natalie, I worked very hard to get my brother Travis elected. And the reason I did that was because I believed in him. And I believe in you. And now that he's been elected, well, frankly, I'm looking for another challenge.
Oh, is that what I am? I'm a challenge.
In a way, yes. I would like to shape the public's opinion. I'd like to let them know that you were nothing else than an innocent victim. Even though Ross is in prison, I still think it's you who are doing the suffering day to day, and I don't think that should go on ad infinitum. Now, I also think that you'd be a wonderful role model for other women, and I think you could exert a powerful influence in changing the way rape victims are treated. Now, Natalie, you were grievously wrong, but you fought for what was right, and you won.
You make it sound like a noble cause.
I think it is. And Natalie, look, if there's any money to be made along the way, well, I don't see anything wrong with that, unless, of course, you've developed an aversion to money.
Mr. Montgomery, if I am anything, I am realistic. And I need money just like everyone else does to live, but I also value my privacy, and I have a problem. I wake up in the middle of the night because I have a dream, and in the dream I am in the courtroom again, and I am telling my side of the story. And I look at the faces of the jurors, and they don't believe me. And it's very difficult to get back to sleep after that.
Look, I don't need your answer today. Why don't you think about it, and I'll give you a call in, say, a couple of days. Oh, and Natalie, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Goodbye, Mr. Montgomery.
I'm not going to do it. Then you're a fool. Fine, I'm a fool. Leslie, you have got to tell him. You're going to need someone to lean on.
Well, I have you, don't I?
Of course you do. But it's not the same thing. Charlie has got to accept some responsibility for this.
But see, it's not his fault.
He used a condom. Major news flash. They don't always work. You were unlucky. It happens. I just think you'd feel a lot better if the two of you face this together. It's fate.
What?
Here comes Charlie. Hi, Charlie.
Hi.
Look, I gotta run. I'm gonna be late for French. I'll talk to you later. Oh, Jen. Hi.
Hi. So, how you feeling?
Do you really care?
I asked you, didn't I?
Well, Charlie, to be honest, I feel pretty lousy. I think I'm pregnant.
Come on. You sure I can't get to lunch?
No, no. After the morning you had, you need some time alone to unwind.
Yeah, well, I guess I am a little tired.
You handled those bloodhounds like an old pro.
You think so?
Oh, trust me, Travis, you made a strong impression up there, and I've no doubt you'll do even better in the afternoon session.
Thanks. Thanks, Warren. Thanks very much. Your support means a lot to me.
Your daddy and I went back a long way. He'd have been mighty proud of you.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll see you in a couple hours then.
Oh, righto. Hey, I better get going. Cornelia will be looking for me.
Oh, give her my best, will you?
I'll see you later.
Lunch break? Yeah, I just got in.
How'd it go?
It's hard to tell, but I think I did all right.
Well, good. You sound more optimistic than before. What did Kilduff say?
He said that he thought I did fine.
You believe him?
Well, yeah. Why shouldn't I? He sounded sincere.
Kilduff always sounds sincere.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? You just said that you were glad that I sounded more optimistic.
Look, Travis, how long have we known each other? 5 years?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I'm not going to feed you a line of bull.
Meaning what?
Sentiment on the Hill is running against you. They don't think you can pull this thing off.
Would you say something?
All right, look, there's no need for us to panic, right? Until we know for sure.
Charlie, I have never been this late before.
Cecily, I used the... All right, you don't have to tell me. I know they're not always 100% effective. But... All right, if you are pregnant, then we'll take it from there, okay? Do you want me to go to the doctor with you?
Would you?
Of course I would.
Thanks, Charlie. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you hate me?
No, I don't.
Because I wouldn't blame you if you did, Charlie. I'm not trying to ruin your life.
Cecily, it's not your fault. All right? It's our fault.
I'm very sorry.
Look, just make the appointment, okay? We'll take it from there.
In other words, you bombed out.
In other words, I don't think she's going to go for it. You know, Barbara, I must say there are a lot of other stories that you could write to
But
increase
Adam
your
wants
sales.
this one.
Well, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I did try.
I don't think you tried hard enough. Jackson, I can't believe you're giving up this easily. You're not without a certain appeal, Jack. Now, I'm sure if you try a little bit harder, you can get the woman to come around. Jack.
Barbara, are you suggesting that I should attempt to seduce a recent rape victim?
Don't you look at me like that. I didn't...
Oh, Barbara, I didn't realize you were doing what you're doing.
No, please, come back, Stuart. Please, I want you to meet Jackson Montgomery.
Travis's brother?
That's right, and you're Stuart, right?
Yeah, I'm Adam's brother.
I'm very pleased to meet you.
Thanks. Barbara, could I ask you something just a second? So, I wanted your opinion on something that I got from my girlfriend.
Oh, let me see. Stuart, that's beautiful.
Really? You think she'll like it?
Any woman would love it. Are you kidding? It's beautiful.
Oh, great. Great. I'm gonna give it to her today over at lunch at Sky's place.
Ethel, I could take Mrs. Peterson if you're too busy.
Cindy, we didn't expect you back today. Are you feeling better?
Yes, much, thank you.
Is Cindy Parker here?
Yes, I'm Cindy Parker. You must be Stuart's brother.
That's right, Adam Chandler.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
Is there somewhere a little more private? We need to talk.
This is Dabney Coleman. As sports writer Slap Maxwell, I call him as I see him. And you know something? I'm usually right. You're going to like the Slap Maxwell story. Wednesday,